What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. In today's reaction video, we are trying something brand new that we've never done on this channel before, and that is live streaming on Twitch while I'm filming this reaction. Right now, there are a bunch of people on Twitch watching me do this, seeing all the mess ups and all the f-ups and everything that's going to have to be edited later, but I kind of wanted to give everybody a look at how I do this, and if it's cool, we might do more of these. But today, for this, I let you guys decide what we were going to be reacting to, and the community decided on the latest music video from Jinjer. So today we're checking out the 4th single from their brand new album, Wallflowers, and that was released on August 27th, 2021 from Napalm Records. Now, I absolutely loved this album. It kicks major ass. But if that's not enough, it placed on charts all over the world in its first week. It was a top album in the US, the UK, Canada, Germany, Austria, France, Italy, Brazil, bunch more other countries I can't remember. But it was also the #1 heavy metal album in the world in terms of iTunes downloads when it came out. That is super impressive, man. And I'm stoked to check this video out. And as full honesty and disclosure, since a lot of reaction channels are first-time reactions, just know I have heard this song when I listened to the album, but I did stop listening to it when I found out there's a music video, so it can be somewhat kind of fresh, but this is one of my favorite songs on the album, and you knew we were absolutely going to check the video out too. So, without further ado, I will link this original video in the description below. And today, I'm once again listening to Jinjer, and for the first time checking out their brand new music video for their song, Disclosure. Let's go! It's a big-ass hat.
Куди?
Мене слідчий викликав до себе.
Документи. Тетяна Шмелюк?
Так.
Проходьте.
To all the other reactors out there that react to this band all the time, there's how you pronounce her fucking name, because nobody can get it right, ever. I went through so many interviews on my own time to try and find a place where she said her actual name so I could get it right when I talk about it. No excuse anymore. Everybody should get it now.
Тетяна Шмелюк?
Так.
Проходьте.
Really quick, one of the things I love about this song is those just super high harmonized vocals in that part, man. I mean, that's a high ass note. If nobody's ever noticed that, which I have a hard time believing nobody hasn't because it's really pushed up in the mix, just appreciate that a little more.
Does it
Dude, Vlad, oh my God. Vlad is one of my favorite drummers right now. Honestly, everybody in this band is an incredible musician, but some of the little touches that Vlad puts into his work, man, is just so good, especially leading up to that last part. I love that during the verses, while Tatiana is doing her vocals, they're really showing the story. And then when it switches back to that chorus, you've got the performance shots from the band. Now, speaking of the band, they're all playing stuff we've seen in all of their other videos. So there's nothing super insane and crazy to break down, but I'll just run through it really quick because that's what we do here. Vlad is an exclusive artist of Tama drums, Zildjian cymbals, Evans drumheads, Promark drumsticks. Promark is actually owned by Evans. Or is it the other way around? Let me rephrase that. Evans and Promark are owned by D'Addario, the string company. I believe that's correct. So many companies are like starting to buy other companies lately and have them as subsidiaries. It's kind of hard to keep track of everything like that. But the wildest thing to me about Vlad, as great of a drummer he is that he was never originally a drummer. He played piano and he went to music school and stuff like that. And he only started playing drums because one of his old bands needed a drummer and he decided to step up and do it. So having all those endorsements isn't too bad for a guy that never intended on playing drums originally. We'll save the rest of the gear for later. Let's keep going with this. I feel like this is going to be just story the whole time.
Performance of a crowd pain in an awkward dance of the brainwashed design. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Don't bother me, don't bother me. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Don't bother me, don't bother me.
That's a really interesting vocal for Tatiana because we don't hear that kind of vocals too much. And I don't know what the fuck it's called. We could probably go watch like Cardivox Academy or Julia or Elizabeth or somebody else and get the actual terminology, but that more like super raspy higher vocal that she just delivered, you don't hear that too much from her, and I like when she throws it in. Man, even though I know this song, there's something about watching the video and hearing it again that's just making me even more excited. Like I'm getting into different parts and stuff. Let's knock out the rest of the gear and just enjoy this story. So Eugene, we've been seeing this bass in a lot of recent videos, which is kind of curious to me because he has a signature model from Overload Guitars. It's a custom guitar and bass company from Rome, Italy. He's got a signature model called the Achilles. It's a 5-string headless bass. But I see this bass in videos all the time. And I saw somewhere, it might have been his Instagram or something a while back, that bass was custom built for him by a luthier named Stas Pocattillo. And he used to work at Federa Guitars in Brooklyn, New York, but he's based out of Kiev now. So he must really love that bass because we're seeing it in tons of videos. I'd imagine he's probably still playing it live and stuff like that, which I hope to see these guys live in a few weeks. So I'll report back and let you know. And then Roman, exclusive artist of OD Guitars. And we've talked a lot about OD because I find this company super fascinating. OD Guitars was started in 2015 by an industrial engineer named Omer Deutsch. He's based in Israel. Now, how an industrial engineer all of a sudden decides they want to make guitars and be a luthier is mind-blowing to me. I don't know what inspired that, but he takes his knowledge from industrial design and engineering and puts it into his guitars. And I find that so cool. And his designs are really awesome. But Roman's the only person I've ever seen use one of those guitars on this channel or otherwise so far. So I think it's still a very kind of small boutique market for those. but he is playing the OD Venus, which he has multiple versions of them, but the Venus is usually what we see him playing. That specific one is a multi-scale, so I would assume that it's probably at a baritone scale length. The pickups that he has in it are from MSP Guitars, which is a guitar company, but they also hand make all of their own hardware, including pickups. So he has his own custom pickups from MSP, and that's what he has in all of his guitars, even though the guitar itself is made from OD. I think that's it, man. I think we just enjoy the rest of this, and if I notice anything, we'll talk about it, but let's get on with it.
Follow me, follow me, follow me. Don't bother me, don't bother me. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Don't bother me, don't bother me. Come on, let's play this my game. If you really feel
Oh, some Matrix shit.
what a shaman there now in front of the camera. You're playful and beauteous, but he got no stamina. If knowledge is power, then ignorance devours you. Your mind is a shadow, it's a part of the Lord summer day. Disclosure. You wanna stay me out? It's taken another fucking round. Disclosure.
One of the last things I want to say about this, the only complaints I've ever heard from people about this band, and this blows my mind, people say it's too busy. They're like, the band is too overcomplicated with their music, and it turns some people off because it's just, musically, they think it's too intricate. I think that's one of the best parts about this band, man. Everybody in this band, everybody, are just insane musicians and vocalists. Like, I could sit and listen to their music 10 times in a row. I could listen to this album 10 times in a row, and there's still new parts that I start noticing at times because of all the little intricate runs they're doing. This was one of those albums that when I listened to it multiple times and focused on one specific instrument every time I listened to it because there's just so much going on, man. I love it. I hope that this band just keeps blowing up because, in my opinion, it's refreshing to see a band that plays this style of stuff starting to get as big as they are. And I love it.
We try to blow this world together, but you say the scorn children forever. You got them back. Since when to hate a man is a fate of a saint. 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 Is a fate of a saint.
Dude, I got really into this video. Just the story alone. Like, this was shot really well. Oh, it's creepy. Peace, love, and harmony. I dig it. Man, that was a fantastic video. Let me gather myself, talk to some people on Twitch, and then let's go talk about it in the outro. So everybody on Twitch right now is having a good laugh because this is take 2 of my outro because I f***ed up, which happens a lot, but this is the first time people get to see it. So going into this, I already knew I was probably going to enjoy it, man. I already knew the song, and with their videos, there's probably a 99.9% chance I was going to enjoy what I saw. But man, these guys are really starting to impress me with a lot of their videos. They're starting to build the reputation of having solid story videos. The last few we've seen have been incredible. And what's interesting is usually when you see a lot of the story elements with bands, it's the same director and film company that works on all of them. But I did notice in this one, it's a different director. So they're trying out different things. And I think it worked, man. It was a great story. The shots were incredible. I loved the mix of the story and the performance. You guys know me. I love to see the gear, so I have something to talk about. But I really love this band, man. I think these guys are incredible musicians and an incredible vocalist. I can't wait to see what they do in the future. I mean, I know they just put out a brand new album, but I hope it's not too long before we get new songs. And a couple weeks from now, I get to go see these guys live in Nashville while they're here. They're currently on a headlining North American tour with Suicide Silence and All Hail the Yeti. Some of you have already seen them because they've been out for a while, and I've heard that their show is absolutely incredible, and I can't wait. And once again, as a reminder, their 4th studio album, Wallflowers, is out everywhere right now. I would highly suggest that you check it out. It is worth the listen. And if you'd like to check it out, I'll always throw links in the description where you can go stream it or buy it and follow the band on social media and all that stuff. So thank you to everybody that watches this. Thank you to everybody on Twitch that had some laughs with me and watched me mess up a couple times in my intros and outros. If you guys had fun, maybe we'll do this again sometime. But moving on, if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release new videos all the time. Subscribing is free and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this reaction, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it also helps the channel. But if you disliked it, no big deal, man. Thank you very much for your time. You are free to click dislike if you didn't like it. I'm also on a ton of different social media. We have a Discord server that a ton of us hang out on. I have a Twitch that I'm on right now where I do stuff like this and I play video games and play bass and do guitar tech work. So if you're interested in any of that, I'll throw links in the description as well. My handle on everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions. I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions. Boom! That's done. Disclosure. Let's go. Yeah. Now I'm gonna watch that back, but I think that was good, actually. We are recording. Let me pull the video over on my screen. All right, this is all or nothing right here. I don't redo these, so hopefully this works right. Shall we? Did I record it? Yeah, I record everything. Twitch. We are on Twitch, not Twitter. Twitch. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions. Let's go.